It was the place to be, so everyone showed up. When the first Caspian Sea caviar boutique in Düsseldorf opened its doors for the first time, many people took interest in this special occasion. His Excellency Pavis Shabasov, the ambassador of Azerbaijan, welcomed all the guests to this event. In his speech, His Excellency not only spoke about caviar, as one would probably expect, but more so about the economic and political chances Azerbaijan can offer Germany.
I'm convinced that what the ambassador said when opening the shop, that there is an idea of building a bridge between Azerbaijan and Germany. I'm convinced that the hub for this bridge and the point where the bridge touches Europe should be Düsseldorf, because we are a very international location, we are a very successful location. We offer everything for investors, from good infrastructure to good services to good markets. We have a huge market in the Rhine-Ruhr area, so I think for any company from Azerbaijan it will be a perfect location to start business in Europe. And I'm convinced, since the world is growing together and getting smaller, that even countries like Azerbaijan that are not that much in the focus at the moment will become very interesting markets for German companies too.
While everyone is talking about economic crisis, Azerbaijan's economy is still strong. In spite of the international trend, the country is expecting at least a 6% gain of economical growth, of which German companies and also Germany as a country have some involvement in. So building bridges between Azerbaijan and Germany should be attractive for both countries, as Ambassador Shabasov continues. Something the heads of the international company United Enterprises International found for themselves to be true for the opening of their first Caspian Sea caviar boutique.
So why did you pick Düsseldorf? What's so special about this place?
Well, it wasn't a random choice. We did a lot of research. We looked at a lot of different cities around Europe. We looked at London, Paris, Madrid, and Düsseldorf was on the list. And the demographics of Düsseldorf just fit really perfectly. It's a wealthy city, lots of businesses, up-and-coming city, and the Köhlingsallee itself is world famous, so it just fit everything we wanted to achieve with this store.
Why do you think Germany, and especially Düsseldorf, is a market for products from Azerbaijan?
I think Germany is a very responsive place. It wants these products. People are looking for something new. They want to try and taste the products that are from abroad. And Azerbaijan has a lot of things to offer, and I think Germany wants to really accept new things into its country.
The product of this event, the black pearls of the sea, the caviar, most certainly was accepted by everyone on this special night. Whether it was the CEO of the trade fair in Düsseldorf, Werner Dornscheid, the mayor of Düsseldorf, Friedrich Konzen, or the society of the city, everyone loved the taste of the beluga caviar that was served, the most expensive caviar money can buy.
For me, it felt really special. I do not have that much of experience tasting caviar, but I always thought it tastes like fishy, whatever kind of thing. And it's very tasty, very light, the taste. I really do like it. Yeah.
Could you describe the taste and the feeling that caviar actually gives you?
It's difficult to describe it, but it's a very refreshing taste when you have these small little bulbs like bursting in your mouth. It's a kind of very fresh taste, I think. Yeah.
Beluga caviar tastes very intensive. It reminds me of the ocean. You can tell that it comes from the Caspian Sea. The taste is just fantastic. The taste explosion in my mouth is incomparable. It is a wonderful product to serve at special events or dinners to make them more luxurious. It tastes absolutely wonderful, fresh, smooth and subtle. I really like it.
And this guest was most certainly not the only person who loved this very luxurious product, and that is exactly what UEI was aiming for.
This was the finest caviar, so you've had quite a treat. This was beluga caviar. It is the best caviar. It's the largest eggs of all the caviars. It's the smoothest taste, the most delicate colour, and it's very sweet tasting on the tongue. So we wanted to treat everybody to the best, so hopefully they'll come back and buy some for Christmas.
And in honor of this rare and outstanding delicacy, it was very important that the Caspian Sea Caviar Boutique itself would procure the uniqueness and luxury of the product it presents.
but it's very modern. We wanted it to fit the Königsallée feeling. We wanted it to be very sleek, minimalistic, but very chic as well. And the designer, I think, has done very, very well with what the space has. It's a very small boutique, but it's very specific in what it sells, and it's worked out exactly how we'd hoped.
I think the shop is very beautiful. I like the colors and think they have done a very good job.
Dass sie ganz klein ist.
I like that the shop is very small, subtle and pure. The colors of Azerbaijan have been implemented in the shop. The light blue and the charcoal grey color that can be found in the floor. The shop fits very well to the product.
The first impression of this shop is it's very exclusive. When you think of a caviar boutique, you expect like caviar being shown off everywhere, but I think it's rather delicately done, very exclusive. You have to get in, you have to be nosy, you have to be curious to enter the shop, and I think it's creating an atmosphere of relaxed luxury. I like this kind of things.
Why do you think a boutique like this will be successful in Düsseldorf?
I think there's hardly any other spot in Germany that could be more suitable for this kind of boutique than Düsseldorf. The Düsseldorf Königsallee is one of the most splendid luxury miles even in the world. So I'm convinced this is the perfect spot for a caviar boutique in Germany, because people expect to buy caviar in Düsseldorf. Because the image of Düsseldorf is luxury, is fashion, is lifestyle, and it perfectly fits in.
I think it is wonderful that Düsseldorf now has a boutique for caviar. We have many great boutiques here in Düsseldorf on the Königsallee, and now finally an exclusive shop for caviar. We can now buy fresh caviar from Azerbaijan. It was about time.
Right now everyone is talking about crisis. So why import such a prestigious product right now and open in these times?
Well, it's a perfect time for this. It's a time of, it's not depression, recession, but people need little treats, and we're targeted to open at this time of year to give people the opportunity to buy themselves something that they maybe wouldn't always buy, give themselves that little extra to make them feel better, and I think caviar does that perfectly well.
All the guests, as well as the one man who had actually invited everyone, Shahin Namati, director of United Enterprises International Holding, seemed particularly content on this wonderful day. The opening was a great success, and everyone was very honored that His Excellency Shabasov, as well as the German politicians and the CEOs, joined the opening of the first Caspian Sea caviar boutique on the Königsallee in Düsseldorf.
I think it's a great party. I think there's very interesting people from the Düsseldorf Society, from the media, and from Düsseldorf companies present today. And it's a wonderful experience in this tiny little shop to have these kind of luxury products.
The taste of caviar seems to be awfully difficult to describe, maybe because it's just so unique.
What does caviar taste like for those who've never tasted it?
That's a really difficult question. It's like the best dream ever. It just melts on the mouth. It's very delicate flavor and taste. The texture is very smooth and soft, and it's a delicacy, absolutely.
It is most definitely something you have to try yourself, so visit the Caspian Sea Caviar Boutique in Düsseldorf and experience the exquisite and exceptional taste of caviar, as did the guests on the opening day. To some of them, it felt a little bit like an early Christmas present.